I've been getting a lot of feedback recently that Boss Up is simply too fair and too balanced. A great game should aim to surprise the player at every available chance, so that's why I'm designing a boss based on the most random and chaotic genre of all time, party games. Prepare to suffer. As normal, I started off by designing the boss's look. First, I sketched it out on paper, and then I opened Sprite to start making his art for the game. Introducing Fillmore P. Artie. This scrupulous showman is here to host the world's best party, and he's going to do everything in his power to make sure everyone is smiling at all times. As a dealer of debauchery, I made sure to emphasize his creepier features, giving him a blank, soulless mask and a limp pose. What he lacks in facial expressions, he makes up for with his snazzy attire. Just look at that glimmering bow tie and chic top hat. Now let's switch to the code and start working on this fight. I started with the most important feature, Fillmore's special party die. This will be the fight's core gimmick, as all of Fillmore's attacks are selected by dice roll. Although the system emulates randomness, I wanted to eliminate the possibility of rolling the same attack multiple times in a row, so I created an array to store the predetermined value of the roll, and then I let the computer choose a random starting point in the array. This way the fight will be different each time, but you'll never have to face the odds of getting the same attack twice. What happens when the dice land? Well, let's give it a look. Upon rolling a 1, Phil cracks open a cold can of silly juice. Dude, you can call it alcohol, you're not a fucking child. Hey, whoa, watch your language, man. You can't be too careful on YouTube. Anyways. This attack looks pretty intimidating, with drops flying everywhere on screen. Make sure to find the right place to stand so you don't get hit. Next up, it's the classic party game, water pong. These balls bounce at various random heights, so this attack is all about reading their trajectory and making sure you move out of the way before they bounce on you. Finally, let's see who this party is for. Why, it's Arthur's the birthday frog. His name is Arthur because a member of my Discord said it was his dad's birthday when I posted the teaser image, and he asked me to name the frog after his dad, so I did. Arthur uses a modified version of the Meat Boss's movement code, doing a big jump when you're far away from him, and a little jump when you're close. Now that the dice has had its full array of attacks, let's get Fillmore himself into the game. To match his design, I chose an odd, kinda drunk-ish movement pattern for Fillmore to follow. While most bosses in the game chase down the player in order to deal contact damage, Fillmore simply wanders aimlessly. Unlike other bosses, his drunk ass won't do any damage upon collision with the player, in order to make the focus of the fight what comes out of the dice. What you're seeing here was not the first attempt to get Fillmore moving. The previous movement system I tried was extremely buggy, and it ended up looking a little bit like this. A little less drunk and a lot more tweaker-esque. Now this fight isn't all just dice rolling and vibing. What's a party without games? After 4 consecutive attacks, Fillmore's special minigame event will begin. Taking a short break from the fighting, this minigame will spawn some bouncy balls at random that move around the screen like the DVD logo. In order to win the minigame, you have to pop at least 10 of these balls. Doing so will net you 25 extra HP, but it can be tricky to get up to 10, so make sure you play well. After the minigame ends, the fight will continue on as normal. After some time, you'll get Fillmore down to half of his health. Now it's time to lock in. His attacks will rank up significantly, allowing him to roll 2 dice at once. You must contend with 2 of Fillmore's attacks at a time, with up to 6 possible combinations of attacks. He won't roll the same attack twice, so you won't contend with a double frog or a double ping pong ball or a double beer. This is where his relatively easy attack patterns become nightmarish, so be sure to win those minigames so you're not too low on health. You'll need every bit of it to make through the second half of the fight. With that, the Fillmore battle is complete. I can't wait for you guys to experience this one. It's one of the best fights in the game. And now I'll leave you guys with a quick recording of the fight just to see the whole thing in action. Until next time, make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more Boss Up devlogs in the future.